Hey y'all, hey. Hey y'all, hey. I'm talking to myself. I'm getting warmed up. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? I'm getting ready to make some devil eggs. Because I should have been doing it earlier. And I didn't. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Just sitting here, chilling, on vacation, doing what I want to do. I'm here for the insomniac women, okay? Y'all need somebody to talk to? What we going to talk about? We got a whole bunch of events that we could be talking about, for real. Because what's been cracking me up for the past few days is Kiki making her money, okay? I'm not mad at that at all. Go ahead and make your change, sis. Okay? What they say, when life give you lemons, make lemonade. Because she sure making lemonade. Worked out so perfectly. But that's what happens, you know what I'm saying? When people be trying to hate on you, hey, God will turn it around for you good, won't he? And he'll do it quick. You know good and doggone well that boy should have waited till she got home and be like, babe, why you out there like that? But see, his jealousy took him out. That's exactly what be happening. They tell on themselves. Just silly. Oh, I'm sorry. Man. If you in here, you might as well go on, tip out. Tip out. This ain't even your get down. Because we making devil eggs over here and talking stuff. That's what we doing over here. But I said, I'm going to get on live every day while I'm on vacation. Because when I'm working, because I'm a nurse, right? So let me go ahead and be like, welcome to Straight Talk with Sissy. I'm so glad that y'all done showed up for me tonight. I'm just on here trying to entertain some folk that can't sleep, right? We all sitting up and sitting around and ain't doing much, especially me. Because now that I ain't got to get up in the morning, you know, I ain't in no hurry to go to bed. So I'm just sitting around, hanging out with my daughter, loving every minute of that. We've been coming to Vegas for, see, she's 20. So I probably got this timeshare when she was like 3. And we've been coming to Vegas every year since then. Like, you know how people say, oh, you shouldn't buy timeshares. This timeshare has been amazing, okay? Because Vegas is a place that you can go every year, do 1 or 2 things, you know what I'm saying? Save your money, and you can have a good time. Now, the deterrent for me is, boy, that heat, baby. That heat. Woo, when I tell you, it be hot outside. I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing with you, Fritz. Go on ahead now. Go on ahead. I'm peeling some eggs. I know everybody be like, oh, you should have people on your live. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna work up to that. Because folk be, you know, they show up on your live and ask you, can you help me change my diaper and stuff? I'm not gonna play with that. That's what you have moderators for, huh? Sometimes they just ain't on it fast enough. They gotta speed up response time. But that's good. That's all good. That's all good. What y'all got planned for the week? Why are you even up this late? Because if you, what is it? 10, 11, 1, 2, that's like 2 o'clock East Coast time. And if it's 11, 12, 1, that's even later than midnight 1. That's in Missouri. You know, that's where I'm from. Shout out to the Show Me State. You know what I'm saying? We don't play no games with you. We want you to show us what you're talking about. Which tickled me so because my daughter was like, Mom, sometimes I don't want to, tell you this or that or whatever because, you always say, show me. Would you, so you think I'm going to let you just sit up here and tell me anything? That you going to, throw some water on me, like, oh, Mom, it's raining? No, you got to show me. Show me. And yes, I do that with my clients as well. So, you show me what you're talking about. Because I'm definitely going to show you what I'm talking about. That way we all clear. Is it, hold on, let me turn the tip down a little bit over here. All right, there we go. But, yeah, you gotta, sometimes talk is cheap. Talk is cheap, especially if it ain't got no action about it. And of course, it all depends. But, for every word that you could do, you could probably show somebody 2 or 3 more times and it'd be more effective. I mean, everybody got a different, learning style. Some people learn by just having a conversation. Boom, they got it. Some people have to implement things, doing it with your hand. If I give you a design or a piece of paper and show you how to do it on paper, that don't mean you know how to use your hands and do it. Like literally, a good example of knowing how to do something, knowing how to teach something, but not really knowing how to do it yourself is when my best friend, we went and I bought a car. I'm like 19. Okay. I have no idea how to drive a stick. But I went and got a car and it was a stick. And she basically taught me, verbally told me how to drive the car, and that's how I drove the car off the lot. That is how my best friend, who could not drive a stick to save her life, okay, Mr. and Sanjay Sa, go ahead. Thank you. Thank you for your interest. Go ahead. And so, it was amazing because she gave us whiplash when she drove, but she taught me how to drive that stick. So, everybody learns, different ways how to, implement action different ways. Some people, they gotta hear it, they gotta write it, and then they still gotta implement it. So you gotta be available when you teaching people things, or when you telling people things, you have to understand how that particular person learns. So yes, I am an RN. I've been a registered nurse for 30 years. I know that sounds crazy, but what's even crazier is, when I was in high school, that was back 1970, no, 19, when did I graduate? 1989. Okay, so 80, like 5, 6, 7, about 87 or so. That was when I really started learning how, to care for people. My grandfather was sick, and I remember learning how to check his blood sugar at home. And then I started taking a class in high school. I took a CNA class. So again, this is in 1987. I'm still in high school. And so basically by the time I graduated, out of my CNA class, I was certified as a medical assistant. But I took that, what I learned in my class, and I took it home. And so I taught my grandfather, I learned how to shave him, and I learned how to, change his dressings. I learned how to check his blood sugar. This is 17 years old. This is at 17 because my mother died when I was 7. And so my grandmother raised me. And so with it, them being older, um, he had complications. He was a diabetic, and there were instances that my cousin and I literally had to call 911. So we standing on the porch, because I'm from a small town in Missouri, baby, small town. That was when you could leave your doors open and go to bed at night and be okay. There ain't nobody laying in the bed with you when you get up. Yeah, these days you're going to have company. But back then, it wasn't nothing for us to leave our doors open. But, me and my cousin, he would, his blood sugar would go down, and he would get like delirious, and he would start calling my grandmother's name. And so we would call her, and she'd say, call the ambulance. So literally, me and my cousin, we outside, we holding the doors open when the ambulance come. They go in there, they're giving him glucose to raise his blood sugar. Did I say I was 17? Yeah, that's how this started. Now, if we want to go back a little bit, how about I used to give my cousin an injection, right? I would get a pill. I'm like 9. I'm young, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is how old I am. So I would burn the needle. I would wipe it off with alcohol, and I would stick it. And then I would say, there's your shot, and I would put a Band-Aid on it. Now, what clown would let me do that, though? You know what I'm saying? He was a clown, too, because he let me stick him with burnt needles that I cleaned off with alcohol and then put a Band-Aid on it, talking about he didn't have a shot. So, literally, my heart of service has been present for a very long time. I do realize, I believe that it is important to have, true self-reflective moments with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to know yourself, and you have to know why you do the things you do. And, for a long time, I didn't quite put together, why maybe, I was so aggressive when I was young, right? Because literally we fought for fun. It was a neighborhood fight. Like, it was like the boys against the girls. And trust, honey, we be kicking their tail. Don't play with it. We wasn't getting wood, baby. We was out there kicking. But listen, don't play with us. Okay, all I'm telling you, I understand that the way things are now, that, you know what I'm saying, boys don't hit girls and all that, but when you are on the boys' team and you on the girls' team, you know what I'm saying, you got to do what you got to do to survive. We used to have so much fun. We had no internet. You know what I'm saying? We was outside all day. From the time the sun come up and I run across the street, you know what I'm saying, in my PJs to my best friend's house. Talking about, girl, get up. We going to the park today. Grandma's like, where y'all going? Are we going walking? Honey, we got our change. Okay, because we going to the to the penny store. We're going to get some penny candy. That's what we was doing. That was what we did. But all the way back then, that's when I knew that I was supposed to be, taking care of people. That was when I knew that I was here to do something. Now, what can confirm that for you when you feel like, you just like doing that? I did think I was going to be a secretary at one point in time. That didn't work out. I still can't type to this day. But, there's moments in your life that could be very enlightening, right? And you don't even realize it. So when I was 13, every Sunday my grandmother would make us get up, honey, and we would be in the prayer line. Okay, so we over there in the prayer line, and pastor's praying for everybody. And one Sunday he stopped and he says, you are going to be speaking to thousands of women. I'm 13. I'm like, okay. Yeah, well, sounds good. Whatever, Pastor. Okay, let's just get this over with so I can get back to my seat. You know, you really don't think that much about it, but then you continue on doing what you're doing. And so when I became a nurse, I kind of felt like, okay, well, that satisfies that, right? That satisfies me being the caregiver and functioning in my gift, right? Because my gift is to love people. I don't. When somebody say, well, what's your talent? I ain't got one. Listen, the only thing I can do is I can hug you and make you melt. I give the best hugs ever. Like before COVID, that was my lifeline. If I seen you and you knew me, you got to give me a hug. That was how I greeted people to show my warmth, right? And so many people would be like, they would just literally, I could feel them relax, right? Because it's a gift. I just thought it was nursing. So, time goes, time goes. I'm 26 now. I'm in the shower, and all of a sudden I have a vision, right? You said, what could that vision possibly be that she still remember it at 52? All right. So, as I was standing there, it was almost like somebody was speaking to me, and they said, you know, um, you're going to counsel women between the ages of 18 and 80. And, you're going to tell them if you can change your mind, you can change your life. Right? And I was told my husband at the time, I was like, this and this and this and that. I was so strong. He was like, first of all, that's going to be more loans, more money. Second of all, you're going to have to get a place to counsel women in. You got to go back. So, he gave me 107 reasons why I can't be a counselor, why this is not anything I should be doing. Just let that go, right? Boom, I let it go. Because, he was right. We just got married. We didn't need no new dad. We didn't need that. But who was really thinking about this is something that you're supposed to do? I did not accept my assignment. That's really bottom line. At that point, I didn't accept my assignment. But as time goes, I'm an RN. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere I go, I end up in management positions. I'll be like, no, thank you. I don't want to be in a management position. I'm good. I like to take care of the patients. I love to take care of the patients. That's what I'm going to do. But you're so good at it. When they say walk away from your assignment, I was like this. No, thank you. Because I didn't want to. I didn't want to. I'm good. I'm loving on my patients. That's what I'm supposed to do. Ooh, and then somebody said, well, what is your passion? What is your purpose here? I'm thinking, well, I'm caring for people. What you mean? I'm a nurse. Okay? I'm a nurse. I'm caring for people. That is that's what I'm here to do. Still didn't feel like that was it, right? But it started to become clear. I needed to do some stuff. I needed to experience some stuff. So finally, I said, okay. If you want me to be a supervisor, I'll be a supervisor. But in order for me to be this supervisor, I need to have 8 to 5. I need to have close to the house. I had the nerve to have demands. But how about he met every one of them demands? I ain't had no choice. I had to be a supervisor at that point. But I learned so much about growing and mentoring women, right? So every experience that you have in your life is intended to teach you. Oops, excuse me. I don't want my incense to get us flagged because that ain't what it is. So it's designed to teach you and prepare you for another moment in your life. People think that the things that we go through in life are individual instances. I don't want you to look at it like that. Life is a series of lessons. Life is a series of lessons that if you learn what you need to learn in that lesson, we can move forward to the next one. Now, if you keep repeating this money lesson, hold on, let me get close. Can you see me? If you keep repeating the money lesson, you probably ain't learned your lesson. You're probably not listening. You're probably not doing what you're supposed to do. So guess what? He kept taking me around. He kept taking me around because I was like, nope, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. So, okay, we're moving forward. I'm 50 years old now, right? Now I'm thinking about, I want to change my life, right? I'm sick of working. I don't care what you say. I don't care. Talk to your member about it because I'm sick of working. Okay? If I've been working for over half my life, I think that's enough. I think that's enough. And you ain't going to tell me that I'm supposed to slave away some more. So then at that point, I said, well, how am I going to make my life better? Like, what do I need to do? And you know what? It's about getting out of the country. And don't play with it. Okay? I don't care what nobody's opinion is. I'm telling you about what I done experienced. Okay? When I step outside the country, baby, I'm no longer treated like a black woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually treated like a person. And it feels different. And the fear that we walk in here in the U.S., being concerned about somebody not taking their meds today, somebody being hateful toward other people, and we getting caught up in the crossfire, somebody, they robbing you. There's so many areas that we have to make sure that we keep our head on the swivel about, that it causes our body a physical reaction. We are tense when we are here in these streets. And now it may not feel like it. I promise you it's an unconscious thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to keep watch. Because people are different. Some of these folk out here don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about you. So that constant state of readiness is stress. It's stressful for the body. Oh, I love y'all. Please go on and tap that. If you ain't here and you enjoying what I'm talking about, go ahead and tap that screen for me. But when I was there, I didn't feel that. When I tell you that my skin was glowing, baby, I said, oh my goodness, the what? I don't even like bananas. I ate 3 bananas a day. It was amazing because it's not the same. And so then people be like, oh, well, different countries have different problems. You're right. You're right. They got the same problems other countries got, but you know what they do have that we ain't got? Affordable living. How about that? That's what they got that we ain't got. They have affordable living. And when I'm talking about the quality of your life, the quality of your life, a good quality of life does not consist of you waking up first thing in the morning, stretching, preparing to go to work. Okay? Once you get to work, you slave away all day. Okay? You get a portion of your check because they're going to take the other little bit for the taxes. All right, that they misuse, and then they need to take a little bit for the Social Security that they still trying to decide that if you deserve it. They're going to take a little bit for water, and fire, and all those things that requires in the town. But I be like, can I get a little bit of back there for me so I can pay this rent? Like, I'm a whole 30-year RN registered, and can I get that, a little bit of that back? I know I did work extra this week, so if you can just not take that part, like, can I get no, because they're gonna double tax you on the extra. If you don't quit playing with me, I looked into Panama. The first thing I seen is you can make up to $100,000 a year over there and not be taxed in Panama. The U.S. always gonna tax you. They gonna get you no matter what. But Panama won't tax you. Okay. I have a friend right now that is going to be moving to Panama in September, and he just sent me a listing for an apartment, y'all. So the apartment is 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. It's got, utilities included. In Panama, most of the housing, like they leave the furniture. I know. In the U.S. we bougie. That's unsanitary. That's this and this and that. Y'all better quit that because that don't even matter. That don't matter. We talking about quality of life now. Okay, but if you want to go get new furniture and stuff, you can. Now, that's not the same. What I'm saying is that from my perspective, me moving across the country to moving to a fully furnished house, that's good business. But how about the rent was $850 though? Can you tell me where you can get that at over here? If you can let me know. And it have doors. And it have doors and indoor plumbing. Okay, $850 for a 3 bedroom, 2 bath house in Panama. I'm not gonna play with y'all over here. We're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna keep doing this. Because when I say I'm ready to retire yesterday, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all listen to me. If I don't, please forgive me if I don't respond to the comments because my glasses is over there. That's all I'm saying. You ain't nothing but love here, baby. And I so want to know what you're saying, but I can't see. I can't see. So just I love y'all and know that what you are saying is important to me. That I just can't see it from here. So I don't want nobody's feelings hurt because I not I ain't call your name and stuff. It's just blurry. It's blurry. But I'm here for y'all. And during COVID, I used to get these messages because, I work now. And patients used to always call in and be like, I need somebody to talk to. I need somebody that, they were just done, right? And it wasn't that they were saying they were suicidal or that they, it was simply they needed somebody to talk to outside the people in their home. Now, don't that make sense, though? Now, normally we think about that as being, your friends and your homegirls and such, right? But during COVID, we couldn't get together like that. So you got folk at home that was just struggling with their family. Didn't have nobody to talk to, didn't have nobody to turn to. Or how about the folk that want somebody to talk to, but bless their heart, they can't get nobody that's going to give them an honest opinion. Guess what? I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. How can we help each other if we just be lying to each other or telling each other the things that we think that folk want to hear? Now, listen, I've been called a a-hole too. Okay? And that's all right. That's all right. I love you still. Okay? Because if there's something I'm going to tell you, I promise I'm going to work with you to a solution. Okay? I'm going to work with, that's what we're here to do. That's how iron sharpens iron. I want you to remember that. Iron sharpens iron. Transformation is changing and shifting. And how much do you think that's going to be comfortable? It's not intended to be comfortable. Right? Now, you can be loved and supported and guided through that, but you ultimately have to do the work. Right? You can transform your life if you're willing to put in the work and understand that the discomfort that you feel will go away. It will resolve because you will understand where those emotions and those feelings come from. That's all I want to do. I want to give you a choice because in this world, it's hard to get people to be honest with you, and it's hard to get people to be real with you about even who they are. With Straight Talk with Sissy, I want you to come to me 100% who you are. There is zero expectations here. That's why every time you see me, I don't be having on no makeup. I don't be getting dressed up because that's not how I feel like. I don't want you to feel like you need to see me like that. You know what I'm saying? I want you to come. You know what? If your session is 8 o'clock in the morning and you got on a bonnet and a house robe with some coffee, guess what, sis? The uniform don't matter. As long as the work is still getting done. I want you to be comfortable. And I want you to know that what you see is what you get. In these visits, it's this. I don't know. At this point, at this age, I don't know how to be nothing different than this. So I am here to give you all the love and guidance that you can ultimately stand. But guess what is going to change your life? You are going to see that everything you've been through has contributed to the amazing person that you are moving in the direction to be. We get so bogged down with society and the expectations that society puts on, but half of those expectations were not intended for me. You know what I'm saying? Those you set up a whole society without me in mind. But now I have to stick to that and I have to maintain. You know how daunting that is? You know how exhausting that is and how much pressure that can put on you? You know what I'm saying? So you have to know how to maneuver through those life lessons that we was talking about earlier. Sometimes it takes a third party to say, okay, look, this is the picture. I know it looked like it sucks, but what did you gain out of that? What did you learn? What is the one thing that you ain't gonna do that you did then that you never gonna do again? That is the knowledge that's important. That is the knowledge to understand that when you see somebody else in that same situation, guess what, sis? Guess what? Now you can help them. You can spend it. You can minister to them. Help them embrace who they are. Help them to understand that what they're going through is temporary and that they can get through it because what? You did it. You did it. I am not ashamed of the things of my past because all of those things that I've gone through have created the individual that I am today. And guess what? I now accept my assignment. And my assignment is to show up for you and to teach you how to show up for yourself. To teach you the perspective of everything you encounter is not meant to destroy you, right? Everything you encounter is meant to grow you. Now, we do know there are challenges and things that can take you out, right? But there's only one that determines life and death, right? Only one. So when you know that there is only one that determines life and death, and you understand that where your strength comes from, you can get through any challenge. Sometimes you may need help getting through that challenge. Sometimes you may need a lot of help getting through that challenge, but you can make it through the challenge if you do the work. If you recognize that the growth that you're going to get from this, glean it, just be like, you're going to cry, you're going to hurt, you're going to heal, and you will shine. But you got to get to the other side. You know what I'm saying? Women are so complicated because life makes us complicated. You know, we encounter thousands of situations daily that can literally influence another person's entire life. You know what I'm saying? But we deal with it and we keep it pushing, right? But there's a moment where you get tired. You get tired. You be like, oh, I can't do this another moment. I can't do it another day. I mean, just physically and mentally spent, right? And then what do? That's when you rely on the people that will be honest with you. That's when you rely on the tools that you've learned in your past life lessons. That's when you take everything that you have endured and realize that was for your betterment, for your education, for your growth. It starts to look a little different. Class starts to look a little different. When you understand that the things that you go through, as painful, as troubling, as difficult, as joyful, whatever your situation may be, you can always use that as a testimony. Because when you are tested, when people are being tested, they literally need to know sometimes that you are not alone. You are not the only one that has gone through this. You are not the only one that has experienced these feelings. But I can tell you, sis, that you can hang on. If you just hang on, and guess what? Today you don't have to make a nan decision. Not one. You know what I'm saying? But tomorrow we'll have to make one. But rest your mind, rest your body. Just go through it. Just take it easy. Tomorrow we'll start on a solution. Tomorrow we'll pull back. We'll look at it. You know, we are multifaceted, right? Because 90% of the day we got to be strong just to deal with society and all that is in corporate, in at work, at the soccer games. We have to make sure we maintain ourselves and stay focused to function in our daily lives, so that we can be good wives, so we can be good sisters, so that we can be good aunties, so that we can be good mothers, so we can be good daughters, right? How can you be expected to do all of that and not be strong, right? So it's almost ingrained in us as we are young children that this is going to be a journey. And it really depends on how you perceive the journey and whether the journey is good or not, right? Because we've seen people that I know I should have been dead a long time ago. Ain't no sense in me playing. I put myself in situations that I know I probably should not live for, but I'm here, right? I have, when I was moving to California, and this is a true story, baby. I was moving to California. My uncle was driving. It was May, and we hit a blizzard in Denver. We were going through Vales Pass, and my car was attached to the U-Haul. He was driving the U-Haul, and in this blizzard, the truck started to slide. So we slid this way. We hit this back, and then it flipped over. Right? May. Did I say it was May? And it was a blizzard? I had on a summer outfit. I was coming from Kansas City, okay? Driving through Colorado to get to California. I have a whole summer outfit on. Okay, I was cute. Had on sandals, but guess what? The sandals is down there by my uncle, down by his door. Okay, my dog, he was drugged. Okay, I had to put Benadryl. He was having Benadryl because we are driving 3 days across country. So literally, I had to roll the window down, jump out the top of the truck. Y'all think I'm lying? Listen. If I'm lying, I'm lying. Okay, I had to jump out the side of the truck, and the only thing I could think is, Lord, please don't let my car be flipped over. Please don't let it be flipped over. Oh, please don't let it be flipped over. So where I go? And it pulled up, you know what I'm saying? Like it was supposed to be sitting there, like somebody parked it. When we finally got help, they was like, oh my God, people jump. There was another guy that slid off in a trucker that had an accident probably about like 3 or 4 cars up. It could have been real bad. It could have been real bad. I could not be standing here. It could have happened. But do you know that they told us to the nearest garage? We were there for like 4 hours because they had to bring another dolly for the car. Do you know that storm cleared up? And it didn't even look like it had snowed. And all the streets and stuff was dry. What? Okay, so we got 5-minute blizzards? And then my truck flips over in the blizzard. But when we flipped it back over, wasn't nothing damaged, wasn't nothing broken. Just a little knob, just a little hitch. Boom, we get back on the road. Sunny, Sunny, couldn't even tell it was snowing. I said, this is crazy. This is ridiculous. But guess what? Oh, yeah, I made it. The Lord wanted me, honey, he done turned me around so many times. I thought I was, he was like, no, ma'am. Head on back. Thank you. Thank you. It's not your turn yet. Head on back. But I'm here to do what I've been called to do. And I'm so pleased to do it with you. And I hope that you stick with me so that everything I have, I can simply pour into you. Because I want you to change the world with that. I want you to pour into somebody else. Okay? So I said I'm going to be on here every day. And I meant that. You see how late it is. The day I'm on vacation. I had 3 meetings this morning. Okay? And I was relaxing. I was like, oh, I got to get on live. Yeah, I got to get on live. I was like, oh, I feel like I be talking to myself, but y'all done showed up for me tonight. I sure appreciate you. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. Straight Talk with Sissy is designed just for you, with you in mind, to support you and to bring you through those difficult times that you may be experiencing by yourself or with somebody else. I'm here for you to have a conversation with. I'm here for you to work through any type of processes you have. I'm here to educate you about your health care plan. How about that? I ain't even tell y'all, we ain't even talk about that because I also offer that. So say Uncle Billy go to the emergency room, right? And you know how they be having a pain in their back. They go to the emergency room. Once they get to the emergency room, they run all these tests, do all that stuff. They give them some medicine and they send them home. Uncle Billy, what they say, I don't know. Well, Uncle Billy, what they do? They just gave me some medicine. Well, Uncle Billy, what did they tell you have? It's on that paper in there. Get that paper. That's where I come in. That's where I come in, y'all. So my discharge with Sissy Health Consult will sit down with you. You'll scan me your information, and we're going to walk through it, right? Okay, I see you was having pain. I see that they did urine testing. I see that they ran your blood. I see your blood. It looks like your WBCs were elevated. It looks like your urine showed some protein and some leukocytes. Okay. Well, I see also, okay, that medicine they gave you, that was an antibiotic. But guess what? They sent some more at the pharmacy. Did you know that? No, I didn't even know that. Okay, well, I need you to go ahead and pick up your medicine at the pharmacy. Okay. Once you pick up your medicine, I also see that they referred you to a urologist, right? Because what they did determine you have was a urinary tract infection. Now, do you know how you get those? Yeah, you can't hold your pee for a long time. You need to drink a lot of water. If you having sex, you need to clean that thing up. You make sure you got to pee afterwards. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, and you will be informed by the time you get off the phone with me, because that's what I do. There is nothing worse than I hate for a patient not to know what's going on with their health care. I think that's just ridiculous. And I've been doing it long enough that I know that education reduces anxiety, education reduces stress, education increases compliance. How can I expect you to do what the doctor provided for you if you don't even know you're supposed to be doing it, or you don't understand how to do it, or did nobody explain it? That ain't fair. That already puts you a step behind, because you don't even know what the man said, because they be using that medical jargon. I'm gonna talk to you just like this. Okay. Now, they did a CT scan. They showed you was constipated. Now, what you doing for that? Because that's gonna make other stuff bad. You don't never want to be constipated. Well, I ain't been in like 5 days. You constipated. Okay, if it's more than 3 days, you constipated. So that's probably why you don't feel good. That's probably part of why your back ain't hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's a conversation. It's a conversation, and I'm here to educate people about the things they want to know about. You want to know about your health care and what's going on. it's important to know that when they sent you out of here, that on that discharge paper, they said, please make an appointment for the urologist at this number. But because they didn't even realize what's on the discharge instructions, they didn't miss that appointment. They ain't even made it. A lot of times after that, they also say, what? Make an appointment within 5 days with your PCP. Y'all just be just ignoring your PCPs. Y'all wrong for that. That PCP is there. You think of your PCP as a placeholder, like an information holder. And that's the person you go to when you need regular stuff, right? And if you develop a relationship with this provider, right, they know what changes when you do, but you have to stay in touch, right? So we talk about all of that because I've always been a patient advocate. I'm always going to be a client advocate. I always want you to know the things you don't know that can make your life easier, because why? We don't have to struggle. Why? That's what I'm here for. Why not know when you can know? Most of the time, I ain't going to say all the time. Most of the time, when you know better, you do better. And if I can give you that little piece of information that's going to help you better understand, feel more confident, and advocate for yourself, baby, I'm all in. I'm all in. And guess what? I told you I got a heart of service. This was a long time ago. So like 2002, 2003, I patented a patch, a thermogenic patch that you place on top of the skin. It numbs the skin in a certain amount of time. The patch heats up, releases the medication, and it changes colors. And that's how you know it's time to remove the patch and the skin is numb. To help babies when they go get vaccinations, right? To help children when they get their vaccinations. To help adults at home who are scared of needles, to check their blood sugar, to give themselves their insulin shots. There are so many medications now that require an injection. I created a patch to do that. But back then, they weren't trying to do no new businesses. That was when Bush was in office. So it's a long time ago. Woo! I said I was a half a century plus two, didn't I? Okay, well, there's a lot of time in a half century plus two. So I done a few things, right? I've experienced a few things. And so with that experience and with the passion that I have for you to live well, that's what I have to offer. That's what I have to offer. People are like, well, what's your product? Me. I'm the product. Well, what do you do? Love on people. That's all I got. That's all I got. I don't have no spell. I can't sing. Okay, now wait a minute. I can buzz a move now, but that ain't my strength. That ain't my strength, because if we have to do that longer than about 15 minutes, I'm gonna sit down on you. So then that ain't gonna work. What's my strength? I want to love on you. And I want to help you through those difficult times. I want to help you remember who you are. I want to help you remember how amazing you are. That without women, there would be nothing else. Literally. So I love you. Thank you so much for spending time with me. And I will be back tomorrow. Okay? Now, no, I don't know what time, but I will be back tomorrow. Okay? Mwah. Thank y'all. Bye.